Hey there, Darkstar here. Gonna try something a little bit different. Recreating an actual flight that was taking place when I started. I think it's done now. So here's the actual flight. I linked it in the description. They took off northbound. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that here, and then landed in, I don't remember where this was, right here, Vancouver International. So it looks like they flew at about 15,000, so we'll see how that goes. I'll also put a link to the flight aware showing all Saab 340 flights, and they're almost all in Australia, which I thought was kind of interesting. So like if we look here, like there's 2 flights over the US, one was this one, and then they're almost all of them are operating in Australia right now. Some of that could be the time, but I would think if there were any through here, like it would be morning. Anyway, I thought that was kind of cool. So I might work on doing some more. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is go into SimBrief. I want to find our Saab 340. And CYVR is the other one. So let's see what it picked. It picked runway 34 for departing and 26 left for arriving. Okay, that matches what I have here right now. So that's good, I guess. I take a lot more time and this is a really short flight, so I'm gonna add in extra taxi time. Don't think we need step climbs on this. And yeah, this one won't let me do the runway analysis, that's fine. Okay. Now this picked 22,000, not 15. That's okay. I'm not thinking it has to be exact. So we want 2,000 pounds of fuel. Man, this cannot carry any cargo. Alright, so we got some people in some seats, we got a little bit of cargo, we got our slightly more than 2,000 pounds of fuel. I'm okay with having a little extra. We got our SimBrief. Let's bring it up in Navigraph. We want to import flight from SimBrief. Looks pretty similar to the flight they had. Okay, let's go into Flight Planner here. That looks more like something they might actually do. And definitely don't want that one. We could take that one. Okay, we don't currently have an approach. We'll do an ILS. Was the runway they were landing on for sure. It was the south one. Okay. So we have our approach, we have our arrival procedure, we have one en route waypoint, we have a departure procedure. Let's send to ATC and avionics. We are good here now, I believe. Pretty cool. We want real time and we want live weather. Did you just reset my flight plan? It did. What? Six left and 34, right? Okay, that looks good again. Send ATC and avionics. And I guess let's save it. And this is going to be CYYF and CYVR. Just in case I need to bring it back. Okay, and the one thing we need to do now is we need to set our departure location here. Probably don't want to pick a helipad. I guess we'll pick this one because it's a little more out in the open. Did you just reset my whole plan again just because I changed my departure place? What the heck, man? That is obnoxious. Okay, let's give this a shot now. It's kind of cool looking. actually get the engine covers. Okay, I think I got everything now. That is blinding. Let's hope we have some external power. Does look like some things came on. So maybe we have external power. Central avionics are coming on. There we go. And somewhere I know that I have done this before. I guess the question is, do we feel like we need to get our flight plan entered? I think why not? I mean, the whole point of this is to get better at some of this stuff. So let's do that. And let's first get the plane started, I think. Well, you know what? Actually, let's assume they're loading right now. Okay, let's say that we did all this. I guess we could leave the beacon off for right now, since we're not going to start immediately. I don't think this plane has a GPU either, or like an APU. Not, I mean, presumably this is a GPU kind of situation, but the one thing that I really want to do is get these brightnesses down though. I know I've seen this somewhere. Okay, where is the brightness? Decision height knob, dimmer. Well, that made it dimmer, but there we go. Seems to affect both sides. And of course this is probably just going to stay blinding. Why is that all the way forward? Oh, that's handy. So I think the place we're going to is almost sea level, so. Okay, and we are on external power, so we should be good for a while, right? And I wonder if on external power you can go ahead and get your avionics on. Although that didn't seem to do much. Okay, we want to start off. How do we not have an ground advisory? Vancouver Center. Pennington Radio. But we don't seem to have. ATIS, like we don't have any way to get our weather. Well, okay. CYVR. That is unreadably bright. Dim. Perfect. Vancouver International. Okay, so now what if we go here and we enter booth? Will it let us? Yes. All right, now we go to menu, depart. We're going to depart 34, so we enter 2. We're going to use, that is the SID we are using. I think it was Goovy, so 2, enter, flight plan. Okay. And then menu, arrive. Not sure why I'm having to enter this here, but hopefully it works. CYVR. Enter. Accept. Runway 26L. 4. Enter. Star is 5, enter. Approach 1, enter. Enter. Flight plan. Alright, so Widdick, Mobud, Dimdu, Weeble, Govev, then it should be Booth, and then Vitev, Stave, Gopad, Obtot, and then Vectors, saved, Dutum, and then the runway. So this we can delete. Okay. Then we can go fuel. And what did this say? We were gonna have 34. And 1798. This is fuel on board. It's 2001. That doesn't sound right though. I guess we'll go with it. It's close enough. Okay. So let's call that flight plan entered. Okay, we're not going to need this. We don't have any way to get our weather, do we? I think the best we can probably do is we can go here. We can say, what is our weather? So 5 knots at 20. 2991. Okay, 2991. Which is somewhere around there. 2991. 2991. All right. So let's try the flip side to this. Let's look at first our arrival airport weather. Should be about the same. It's higher. So we'll keep that in mind. Might be 3004. Oh, we should be able to find it down here. Chart overlay. Okay, so we'll put in 124.6. Okay, we're not picking that up right now. Before I forget, sound, character voices. All right, and now we want to talk to ground here, which is 121.9. 1219. I don't know. I don't really know how to say the name of this place. Penticton? Let's try it. Penticton Ground, November 340 Sierra Bravo, requesting IFR clearance as filed to Vancouver International.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, Penticton Ground. Expect runway tree 4. Climb 7,000 feet on runway centerline. Then expect radar vectors booth. Squawk 05 tree.
Okay, let's see. Expect runway 34, climb 7,000 on runway centerline. Expect radar vectors booth. Squawk 0533, November 340 Sierra Bravo.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi.
Affirmative, November 340 Sierra Bravo. Okay. Penticton Ground, November 340 Sierra Bravo. Request push and start.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, Penticton Ground, pushback approved. Face south.
Pushback approved. Face south, November 340 Sierra Bravo. And unfortunately, we don't really have a way to do much of anything. But, so we're good. Oops, what happened? I think it unloaded my Navigraph. No, I'm good with what we have. I just need you to load it up here and leave it alone. And now I've lost where my plane is on here. I mean, I know where I am, like right here, but it's kind of annoying. Oh, there we go. All right, let's get this thing started. Batteries on, engine bleed air, switches on auto. Those are hydro pumps. Okay, I gotta use the helper here. There we go. Okay, they are on auto. Essential avionics switch is already on. Parking brake is set. Cabin signs. Ignition switches should be off. Fuel quantity we already checked and loaded. Hydraulics are on. Cabin pressure is set. Power levers are at idle. Condition levers are at cutoff. Trims. Okay, good enough for now. Speed bug set. Now what those would be actually, and I don't often show this, but you can set these speed bugs here. And I think you have like 4 of them that you can set. 1, 2, 3? I guess 3. So... it's kind of a bummer. Come on. Okay, I guess we will bring SimBrief up on the side here. Since it's not loading there. That is annoying. Nope, not coming up, huh? Terrible at reading these. I was looking for my V speeds, but like I know roughly, like let's say we're gonna rotate around here. We'll figure it out here. Oh, come on. But anyway, you can set those little markers on whatever speeds you want. Alright, beacon on. Doors closed, bus tie should be on. I don't think we do that yet. I think you have that on, is what it was. Okay, avionics are both already on. Voltmeter, check. So we're not currently using the batteries, so that's good. Starter switch is going to be right. And then we want to see the engine RPMs come up. I want to get to about 20 and then go to start. And then right. So we should see that come on. Starter on left. Wait for the RPMs to come up. Move to start. And ignition to norm. Temps coming up. Okay, we want auto coursing on. Generators on. External power can go off. Those are already on. Emergency lights, arm. Emergency lights are armed. Condition levers can go to max. Ice protection. Don't remember what the weather's like. What's the temperature? 10. And it looks pretty clear out though. I see stars. I'm gonna say we don't need weather protection right now. But if we do, it's up in this area. So like we could maybe get on window heat. And then that'd be prop, engine, boots if we need them. And the boots are inflatable things along the front edge of the wing that inflate and knock the ice off. Okay, everything looks good there. Okay, we will want to get our brakes off. We already set our altimeters. Gonna get flaps. T for takeoff. Flight instruments check. Radios are set. And now we need to get our lights on. We want to get our taxi light on, nav. We'll wait on strobe until we're ready to get onto the runway. And just kind of make a pass through here. Generators are on. So generator should be drawing using power now, and batteries should not. Right, and no external power right now because it's off. So that's good. Flight controls. Yeah, all good. Okay, after takeoff, we're going to want to get auto Corson off. Now we could also could use our CTOT, our constant torque on takeoff. We could set how much torque we want. So like let's do a high power takeoff. That is weird. So one thing I'm not sure, so we got our flight plan all entered here, and do we need to do anything to make it so, right? I guess not. Okay, we're taking off on 34, so we want to get our heading preset to about that. So 340 here, I do believe. This is our autopilot, such as it is. Altitude hold climb mode, which is kind of weird. Like flight level change mode, but it's labeled IAS. Vertical speed, heading, half bank, nav mode, and approach mode. And this selects the nav source. So if we click it, we go to VR1, back to GPS, basically. All right, let's, and I think we were gonna go to 22. And I think the plane is all set up as best we know how to set it up right now. Let's just cross-check one thing. departure altitude should be about 1,100 feet, so that looks about right. Kind of make sure that our altimeter is working. Okay, so now we are, I do believe, ready to request our taxi. Penticton ground, November 340 Sierra Bravo, ready to taxi to runway 34, departure to Vancouver International.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, runway tree 4 taxi via Alpha.
Taxi to runway 34 via Alpha, November 340 Sierra Bravo. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the landing lights so I can see a little better out here. And I do believe this is taxiway Alpha. That did not do that. I can't look left and right in this plane. I can look left, I guess. Well, sort of. Then it changes my view. Penticton ground, ready for departure, runway 34, November 340 Sierra Bravo.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, you've already started your taxi, and I can't get you over to a new runway at this time. Unable runway change.
What? I'm not asking for a runway change. Uh-oh. We're kind of stuck here. I guess we'll go ahead and go on the runway. It's just beyond ATC. Usually it recognizes that you're at the runway. Maybe once we get here. runway 34, my friends. Okay, our heading bug looks good. Maybe just a little off. Gear coming up and blinding us. That is just absolutely blind. Actually, I gotta, I'm gonna put it back down because I wanted to get a picture. Alright, and flaps are up. Climbing out. Back off on the torque just a little bit. I mean the RPMs. Get trimmed out here. Start beyond ATC because it got confused.
Beyond ATC connected.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, looking to pick up our clearance to Vancouver Airport. November 340 Sierra Bravo, Penticton ground, expect runway 34. Climb 7,000 feet on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors booth. Squawk 6034. Expect runway 34. Climb 7,000 feet on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors booth. Squawk 6034. November 340 Sierra Bravo. November 340 Sierra Bravo, read back correct. Call me back when ready for start or taxi. Wilco, November 340 Sierra Bravo.
I told it we're on climb. What is it doing?
Vancouver Center, November 340 Sierra Bravo. Good evening for 1,700 feet. November 340 Sierra Bravo, Vancouver Center, identified. Climb to flight level 220. Climb to flight level 220, November 340 Sierra Bravo. November 340 Sierra Bravo, turn left, heading 155. Turn left, heading 155, November 340 Sierra Bravo.
What'd they say to turn left to? 155. That seems kind of ridiculous. know. Should we do it? I guess let's do it. There's Orion right there. That's Betelgeuse up there, and there's Orion's belt, shield. That's about 155. Coming up on 10,000. Alright, let's get some autopilot action on here. Autopilot heading, and we'll do IAS, and right about where we are is perfect, 160. This is your IAS bug, 158, that's fine. Heading, IAS, 158. Climbing for 220. They sending us way down here. Come on. This is just ridiculous. I'm not doing this. Okay, so what we are going to do here, that turn the plane. Make sure we're still climbing. Everything's okay. Let's see if we can get a direct 2 going here. So we want to go direct 2, booth 7. So this white bar is where you're entering something, so 7. And then enter. Popping over what you're looking at is just ridiculous. But there we go. So now we have a direct to booth, and we should be able to go nav. A little swervy there. 39. How did it know? Dial our speed back a little. Throttles a bit. Just keep an eye on our temps. Alt. Climb rate pressurization. Not actually sure how you're supposed to operate this. I don't think it really matters in the game, but okay, let's try beyond ATC one more time.
Beyond ATC connected.
Okay, what phase of the flight are you in? I'm in climb.
Vancouver Center, November 340 Sierra Bravo. Good evening, 16,100 feet.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, reset transponder. Squawk 2041.
Squawk 2041, November 340 Sierra Bravo.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, negative, squawk 2041.
Squawk 2041, November 340 Sierra Bravo.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, Vancouver Center, identified, climb to flight level 220.
Climb to flight level 220, November 340 Sierra Bravo. screwed up. We didn't get our strobe on. Shame on us.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, turn right, heading 075.
No, I'm not turning right, 075. Turn right, heading 075, November 340 Sierra Bravo. I'm just not gonna do it. We'll see what they say. But that's like a U-turn. What is it thinking? Why does it want me to go back that way? I don't know what it was thinking before either. We're gonna come fly over here to booth, fly down, get on final, land on 26 left. I don't care what they say. Okay, meanwhile. What did we get here? To saved and then oops, approach. So we want 110.7. Well, right now, there we go. So we're on the 134 radial. Of this VOR. So 134. So we're tracking across here. Wonder if there are any other located VORs. Not really. Guess there's that one. We're just barely climbing at this point. I'm going to reduce our speed again. push on up to flight level 200. Check out our fuel panel here. Oh shoot. I was playing around with the F-18 and I left unlimited fuel on. We'll just pretend like we started out with more fuel than we had. There we go. So right now we have 3.5 hours of endurance, and overhead at our destination we'll have 3 hours. So in other words, we're about a half hour away. Our range right now is 577 nautical miles, and our range over our destination would be 478, like if we needed to divert to another airport. But unfortunately, since I had unlimited fuel on, we have way more fuel than we would have, so not really getting to see what happens there. Fuel at departure, used 300 pounds. That much on board required, so we need 345 pounds. We have a lot of extra. Our landing weight is expected to be 28,000 pounds. Still doesn't have any VNAV information, so we're gonna have to use the old altitude ×3. Hey, what happened? Why are we holding? Oh, how did the wrong number get dialed in? Okay, so if you do use vertical speed mode, this center dial is how you dial it up, and you can see your vertical speed requested here. So we should be descending now. Throttle back. So you can see we're kind of converging back to our original path as we head towards Booth. I wonder if in Beyond ATC they're going to add in airspace. I think as we would be entering here, I think we're supposed to be requesting, you know, permission to enter the airspace and all that. There we go. 73 now. We have YD and white. Normally that doesn't mean it's not armed. We have... let's go back to checklist because we didn't really do them. So landing gear, we did get up. Flaps, we got up. Ice protection, we don't need. Auto coursing, we were supposed to turn off. Taxi lights, landing lights, we got off. Cabin signs we turned off. Cabin pressure, we did look at it. It's currently at 8,000 feet. Okay. Altimeter set and cross-checked. We did that. Alright. Before landing, I don't think we need any ice protection, but if we had any bad weather, we'll be prepared to turn that on. Cabin pressure, radios, and nav frequencies. I do have our ILS frequency ready to go here. So let's go ahead and put that in 1107. Put it on both sides. Bumpy up here. Okay, so ILS frequency's in. We'll select it when we're ready to do it, and we'll need to hit approach mode. Okay, speed bugs. Normally we would calculate our... Let's see... So we're going to want to do our approach yeah, about there. And we'll try and touch down right around here. We're not using this one. I guess if you're not using it for anything else, you could also use this as a speed bug. And let's see, do we have any hope of getting ATIS anywhere? Hey. Let's try 346. I think we've already got it entered. So we just need to.
VFR condition. Landing runway 26 right. Departing runway 26 left. Transition level 180. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Advise on initial contact you have information, Victor. Vancouver Airport information, Victor. 0525 Zulu. Wind 275 at 14. Visibility 20. Temperature 10. 2.07. Altimeter 3004. VFR condition. Landing runway 26 right. Departing runway 26 left. Transition level 180.
Okay, so that says landing runways 26 right. Which is interesting because we just saw this plane land on 26 left. I don't think I'm gonna change, but Beyond ATC might end up having us change or try to change us. I'll probably just turn it off if it does. It has not been very good tonight. Alright, we have information Victor right now. We can always switch that back on and get an update. But it was saying that our altimeter was 3004. Just put it on there and then I'll remember. And also that gives us our altitude relative to the destination airport. And actually we should be on standard barometric pressure right now. So 2992. Because this plane does, I don't think this has a... Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't have a... Pascal's option. Our sim brief has crashed in game. Just not coming back. But we are coming right up on booth. Paying much attention to this before, but we probably should now. We do have some altitude restrictions in here. Vancouver Center, November 340 Sierra Bravo, ready to begin descent.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, Lion 2, runway 26 right, descend to 9,200 feet, altimeter 3004.
Lion 2, arrival runway 26 right, descend to 9,200, altimeter 30.04, November 340 Sierra Bravo. Is what they gave us. Vertical speed and descend. So we can start throttling back a little.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, contact Vancouver Center 125.905.
Contact Vancouver Center 125.905, November 340 Sierra Bravo. Okay, 129.5. It's auto entering it right now. Vancouver Center, November 340 Sierra Bravo, at flight level 200.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, Vancouver Center, identified.
I even want to descend a little faster. They gave us 26 right, right? I think that's the same one we had before. 26 right, 26 left. Shoot, they did switch us. Okay. Flight plan, menu, arrive. 26 right, it's 5, enter, star, Lion 2, 5, enter, ILS 1, enter, flight plan. Okay, now I gotta look up. That. 26 right, ILS runway, 26 right. Okay, so now we need to be on 11195. 115, and our course is 263, which doesn't really matter exactly, but 263. Okay. We might as well set our heading on that too. I don't know how to do is how do I tell Navigraph that we're going to a different runway? I guess it doesn't really matter.
November 340 Sierra Bravo. Contact Vancouver, arrival 128.17.
Contact Vancouver arrival on 128.17, November 340 Sierra Bravo. I think we auto-tuned Vancouver arrival, November 340 Sierra Bravo at 9,200 feet.
November 340 Sierra Bravo Vancouver arrival. Altimeter 3004, expect the ILS runway 26 right.
Altimeter 30.04, expect ILS 26 right. November 340 Sierra Bravo. Okay, we need to get these to 304s. That one's there, and this one's already there. Above 9, above 7, above 5, above 3, but really we're going to want to descend here. Not that one. Didn't I pin it? Bottom part of my chart. I think we want to be at 3,000 roughly. Why this thing is bucking around so much. gusty winds. So, hit Meadows here. I saw that airport here. Right there. Should be off here somewhere. I don't think I see it yet. Okay, so 5,000. So 5,000 by here, 3,000 by Go Reg. Head to Obot. Okay. Okay, so we should be set up for the ILS. Alright, we want to be at 3,000 feet. We got our course in, 263. We're on 11195, 11195. Start slowing down a little bit. So we are at 3, right? Here at Go Reg, and somewhere in here we're going to want to catch the ILS before Fodim. So as soon as we get turned here, we should be arming approach mode. There we are right there. What happened? turned a little late, and we're below the glide path, so we're good. So I just need to scoot this way a little. There comes the glide path. I mean, not the glide path, the localizer. So let's try autopilot approach mode on. And let's get gear down. Oh my goodness, that is blinding. Okay, you are screwing up, dude. What in the world? Why would it do that? Let's just fly it. Okay. Look at that bridge. So we have a couple of, so we have this is a localizer and this is glide path. We have this is glide path and this is also showing you the localizer. We're pretty far out, so. What we want to do is hold about 3,000. Vancouver arrival, November 340 Sierra Bravo, established on the approach.
November 340 Sierra Bravo, roger. Say approach.
What?
Request ILS runway 26 right. November 340 Sierra Bravo.
November 340 Sierra Bravo. You're already assigned ILS runway 26 right. Unable.
Okay, it doesn't have the right option. Oh well. They really need to work on their autopilot stuff in here. It's just so terrible. Like, it'll just like do insane things. In theory, we could probably activate the approach now, but I think we should just fly out here. Oh, landing lights on. And seatbelts on. And let's go. They need like a differential indicator of like how are you trending or whatever. Like, okay, I'm pointed this way. Am I getting closer or further from being lined up? Adding a little power. We have gear down, 3 greens. We have flaps down. Not all the way though. There we go. Now we're a little high.
All aircraft be advised information whiskey now current. Altimeter 3004. Oh, I forgot to get a screenshot. Okay, well, I think Beyond ATC gave up on us. I don't know what it was thinking. Let's see. How did we do? We did get our lights on. We did not get auto Corson on. I'm gonna leave those on so I can see. We did get landing gear down, shockingly. Condition levers are good. Flaps. We should raise. Bringing the flaps up. Yaw damper and autopilot came off. We did not end up using ice protection. Auto Corson on. Flaps coming up. External lights as required. Now all we need to do is shut down. Go ahead and taxi to our final destination.
trying to see if there's any kind of like beta that's working for this. Info, there we go. I just heard it click over. Yeah, that's like actual reverse thrust. That's idle, but in on the reverse thrust side. So that side. There's got to be a better way to taxi these things without riding the brakes. One thing maybe we could do is bring these back to N. What does unfeathered do, I wonder? It's still just rocketing us off here. Crazy. Okay, let's try. So now we're I guess that works, but it's still accelerating us quite a bit. I really wish they would get beta thrust working. Because if I just, you know, if I barely pull the throttle back below idle, I should still have forward thrust. Until I get to here, I shouldn't be in reverse thrust. I don't think, anyway. It's just painful. And I seriously doubt that idle thrust in an actual Saab 340 would accelerate you this quickly. Find that hard to believe. I swear this plane can take off at idle. We're already going 34. Is this gonna be like the world's longest taxi? Okay, we're crossing a runway here. Look both ways, but we can't because this plane sucks. Knots. I need to find a really long runway and see if it actually will take off at idle. Ground power here. I don't know how we can tell. Well, we do have this, so let's see if we have external power. No, I didn't change anything. Okay, looks like we have external power. Batteries are not draining. External power is drawing current. Oh, and it says external power on. Okay. So let's get our parking brake set. Man, what is that light? I don't know, but it's horrible. Parking brake is set. Ghost lock is locked. External lights can all come off now. Except for beacon. Avionics. Condition levers to cut off. Generators I turned off earlier just to make sure it was working. Emergency lights. After everyone leaves, of course. Batteries off. Stand by. Oh, we didn't get the, I thought the yaw dampener would come off with the autopilot. It doesn't. I need to try to remember that one in the future. Okay, so now we can get essential avionics off. Let's get the heaters off on the window. And you can't put anything back on, right? Unless you go to, is there a flashlight? Covers and chocks. Doink. All covered up. Oh wow, that reflective tape actually reflects. Oh, it just glows. Okay. I guess that's one way to do it. It's funny that that dome light is on there. I'm guessing there's no way to turn that off. Oh, you know what? There is actually. Dome on. It should. Nope. That light. Off. Huh. I wonder if we should be turning the oxygen on. Nothing says to, but... Alright, well, I'm out. Night.